Jewish Harmony is a musical journey that pays tribute to synagogues all around the world, the communities, their heritage, and their music. We try to give you an experience where you can feel like you're going inside the synagogue and experience the people, the culture, and the time. The artists are bringing their own stories from home, the music that they know from home, and share it with the audience. Jewish culture is so unique. We all have something great in common, but each community has different traditions, different music, and we try to find in Ladino, Ashkenazi music, Klezmer, all those different styles, what they have in common and what really makes them unique.
We are in a funny position here of having one of our wonderful lunch and learn programs with everyone having lunch in their own home. So we're really happy that all of you are safe and hopefully eating something delicious and joining us for this wonderful musical program. We have music talks led by Elad Cavilio, and today we're going to be hearing all sorts of music from around the world and learning a lot about the synagogues where that music has been heard. So we are really grateful both to these musicians for coming out today and for you for joining us in this virtual community. It's really wonderful to know that we're all in this together. So without further ado, please enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I can't hear you. It's a problem. It's very weird. This is weird. Let's just talk about this. But we are here to entertain you, to make sure that you're not switching to CNN and forget a little bit about what's going on. Please share, tell your friends. And I have my great friends here on stage with me. On the clarinet, Avigai Malachi. Woohoo! Drums, Eran Fink. Mezzo-soprano, Inbar Goldman. My name is Elad Cavilio. I play the cello and I'm the founder of Music Talks. And we have here 4 more people in the room. Woohoo! Okay, we are very excited to share with you this program. We are going to take you on a tour around the world. And nowadays it's really nice because you cannot fly anywhere, so you're welcome. And the first stop that we're going to go to is, we are going to Spain, to Toledo, Spain, to the Santa Blanca Synagogue. Santa Blanca Synagogue from the 12th century is a beautiful synagogue that nowadays it's a church. Because if you know a little bit history and Inquisition, it became a church. But the beautiful thing about this synagogue is that just like Ladino music, it encompasses this idea of space, Judaism, and also the Muslim heritage, because the architecture is actually Muslim, the space was a synagogue, the country was Spain. So we thought it would be really special to start this concert with a Ladino song with Avraham Avinu, Cuando el Rey Nimrod. And this song is about Abraham. Abraham is the father of all 3 religions, of Christianity, Muslim, and Judaism. And back in the day, believe it or not, people got along there. It's kind of crazy to think about it nowadays. So we are going to start with this beautiful, beautiful song. You're welcome to sing with us. You won't be in our way, so enjoy. I wanted to mention, to make sure that you know, we are keeping here social distancing. I was very thorough about this. If you notice, this is exactly the right space. So we're being safe here in Central Synagogue. We're all spaced correctly. I hope you are too. Listen, New York has looked very bad the last few days. We're going to work on our social distancing. So stay safe back home. And now I want to take you back in time. We're going to take you to our oldest synagogue. It's a great picture of this synagogue. Not this one. Not this one. This remote is weird. Oh, beautiful synagogue, right? You know this synagogue.
It's gorgeous.
I know, it's beautiful. I love ruins. Ruins is so great. This is the Dura synagogue in Syria. This is the oldest synagogue we have in this program. It's from the 3rd century. And when we had to tackle this synagogue, I was just trying to imagine what music can you think for that period. Supposedly it looked like this. And now it's beautiful, right?
Yes.
And I was trying to think, okay, what music it could possibly be. Back then, we didn't use instruments in synagogues, so it must be only singing. And when you think also about Syria, definitely not Ashkenazi music. So we thought about the beautiful piyut, and it's one of my favorites. I remember it from home, from Yom Kippur. Adon HaSelichot, Master of Forgiveness. This is such a famous piyut that we sing on Yom Kippur. And its essence is very hard. I've sinned, and I've done this, and I've done that, and I've been bad. But the beautiful thing about this piyut is that it's very hopeful. It's very positive, because I did bad things, but I want to move on. I want to take charge. I own whatever I did, but I want to move forward. And it has lots of positivity to it, which is very interesting. There's always a conflict, something that I love about this piyut. So we thought that we will sing it for you.
Adon HaSelichot bochen levavot golei amukot dover tzedakot chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu chatanu lefanecha
I just love singing that. That reminds me home. That's what we sing in the synagogue in Yom Kippur. Okay, we're moving on. And now we are taking you to Morocco. We're going to Casablanca, you guys. We'll always have Paris, but Casablanca, I think, right now is safer. So back in the day in Casablanca, there were 30 synagogues just in Casablanca, which is kind of incredible. I know that you all guessed that. So in Casablanca, the main synagogue and the active synagogue is the Bet El Synagogue. Okay, so this is the Bet El Synagogue in Casablanca. It's gorgeous. If they know to do something, it's gorgeous. As you can see, and it's active synagogue. It was renovated. It's completely active right now, and the Jewish community actually in Morocco is thriving. You know, we always hear about the Jewish communities that are trying to survive and they need to hide. Morocco is a different case, and it's so exciting to hear that. So the next song that we have for you is a song that is known for the rendition of Idan Reichel. Anyone heard about Idan Reichel? I'm sure.
Woo-hoo!
I'm sure.
Yes.
So this song in the Idan Reichel project is sung by Avi Bouskila, who is Moroccan. Shimon Bouskila, sorry. I was testing you, Iran. And it's a song about mother. I think we have some mothers in the audience. I'm taking an assumption, unless it's very manly, the audience, and that will be very weird. So this song is so special, and we will hear it now sung by Eran Fink on the guitar.
طول عمري مين انساك يرزقني
So in Bar here is going to sing in every possible language in this performance. If you want to suggest new languages, we'll go. I think we should hit Swahili next time. I think this will be a great idea. By the way, if you don't feel comfortable for any second, or I know you got used to it, so if you need for a second just to Purell your hands, you're welcome right here. Great. Abigail, you want to play clarinet?
I did mine.
I can go through your clarinet. If this makes you feel comfortable, we can keep it in the camera. If it makes you more secure, like we all want to hug our Purell. Oh, and I was told that I need to start using this. Is this better? Hi. Now I understand that no one heard me until now. Okay, our next stop, we're taking you to Israel. We made it, woohoo! And you are going to quarantine for 14 days. Sorry, it's true. It doesn't matter, even if you're Israeli. 14 days quarantine, it's a reward. So we're taking you now to Tzfat. Have you been to Tzfat in the north of Israel? Tzfat is a very special place. This is the Abu Hav Synagogue from the 16th century from Tzfat. And Tzfat is very mystical. Tzfat is the home of Kabbalah. Tzfat is a very special place. There are lots of also stories about different, like mystic, like the D-book, all of those ideas are coming from Tzfat. And when we thought about the spirit of Tzfat and Kabbalah, we were like, we are going to do a Madonna song.
Great.
Oh my God, I loved your look. For a second, you were really terrified. And then Inbar was like, no, I sing in different languages, not in English. So we thought to take you on a Shabbat in Tzfat to the Abu Hav Synagogue. And what's better than singing Shalom Aleichem for Shabbat? Sing with us. There, you have, by the way, the text, right? You can find the text for the songs that are not in English, which we count on you with English. So how about sing with us?
One of our members is saying that we had a congregational trip to Israel this past summer, and he's saying this is where he got lost. So he has fond memories of getting lost right in this area.
Fond memories of getting lost sounds very scary in these times. But I'm glad for you. Actually, Tzfat is because of the little streets, and Avigail has been to Tzfat so many times because of the Klezmer festival. So you can be his tour guide. We need to hook you up.
I must say, I also got a few times lost. The first few times for me in the city, everything looks about the same, and when you go around, it's very difficult. Even the names of the streets are sometimes hidden, and it's very. This is before Google Maps, of course. So if you don't know where you're going, you most likely get lost.
Okay, so the new season of Lost should be filmed at
Yes, thank you.
Tzfat. Okay, so this is Shalom Aleichem. Thank you. Okay, so we covered Israel, we covered Shabbat, we covered Ladino, we covered Moroccan, so no one will be upset with us, because you know Moroccans, that's dangerous. I'm saying it in a friendly way, don't be upset with me, Moroccans, it was a joke. But now we need to cover another part of the population. We are taking you to Ukraine. So now we are in Odessa, Ukraine. This synagogue, by the way, don't build synagogues with wood. This synagogue, unfortunately, does not exist, but also the architecture is quite unique. So this synagogue in Ukraine really represents a vanishing community. East Europe, and we thought that we need to cover klezmer music. So klezmer music, back in the day in East Europe, the klezmer musicians weren't that successful. They were quite poor. They had to do all of the gigs. They would also swap gigs with the gypsy musicians, just for you to understand where they were in the scale. And there's a great story, actually, in Poland, that the prince invited musicians to perform in gatherings. He would never book the gypsy musicians. He would only book the klezmer musicians. Why? Because he knew that the klezmer musicians won't hit on the Goye women. I'm not kidding. Think about it. It really makes sense. So now we want to play for you some klezmer music. Klezmer music is all about the combination of Jewish life, some sorrow and some joy. So the next combination that we have for you is Memories from Kishinev. I don't need to say more. You get the drift. And then we are going to switch to the most happy you can be. And this is the beautiful thing about our lives. And this is beautiful for what's going on now. We're going through all of this, and it's going to be totally fine very, very soon. Hopefully in a few weeks. So we're going to experience Kishinev and then dance with us.
So one of our live streamers said the benefit of being at home is that she can dance and doesn't have to worry about who's watching. You can really get wild if you're dancing just in your own home. So thank you.
We are inviting you to come to New York, and you can be wild with us. It's fine. New York is wild. We can do this. Okay. Eran, now you're getting a break. Each person here is getting a break. You see, we're making sure you can go and sanitize and do all those things. I'm really stressing out. Like, my stress eating last night was incredible. That was like a prolonged 2-hour lunch, just like CNN. It's really nice not to watch CNN, by the way. It feels really great not to watch CNN. It's like, oh, everything is fine.
That's why God made Shabbat.
Oh, my God. Wow, moment of enlightenment at Central Synagogue. You should check it out. Okay, the next stop is a synagogue that small remote, my God. The next stop, everybody's like, drum roll, what will be the... Do you want to guess? Any guesses? What will be which synagogue they want? They can write us recommendations for synagogues. The next one is a beautiful synagogue that you went to, I'm quite sure, in Florence.
Ooh.
Now, Florence, Firenze, the synagogue really stands out. As you can see, and there are nice churches there, this synagogue truly stands out. The architecture is different, and the city is so short, and this beautiful structure and the color really stands out. And the Italian Jewish community is so strong, and especially right now we're sending everyone in Italy our best wishes. Stay strong, we're thinking about you, and we love you, and we want to come back as soon as possible. So this synagogue is actually Sephardic synagogue. You think, oh, it's Europe. This is a Sephardic synagogue, and also it has some ideas that you can see that derives actually from the Spanish synagogue that we saw in Toledo, Santa Blanca. Some ideas of Muslim architecture that are so, so, so beautiful. And this synagogue is truly an experience. And we wanted to do something different. So this is the only non-officially Jewish piece in the program, but of course it's related. We're going to sing for you. After all, Inbar is an opera singer, and we thought we need to bring the opera here. So you're going to experience now a full-on opera, just with the three of us, and we're going to sing from you from the opera Nabucco, Va Pensiero. So Va Pensiero tells the story of the Hebrew slaves by the river longing to come back to Jerusalem. It's a beautiful scene. It's the most famous chorus scene. So Inbar is going to be a full shebang chorus here. 200 people in one Inbar, no pressure. And the piece is so beautiful because it's so inspiring, it's so hopeful, and it's so Jewish, but it was written by Verdi. Verdi was not Jewish. But there's something inspiring about this story, about being away, so far away from home and longing for that moment. And Va Pensiero became a second anthem to Italy. And that's why we wanted to play it for you tonight, this afternoon, doesn't matter. Oh, it's tonight actually in Italy. I thought about it. I was testing you. We thought it would be great to sing it for you because Va Pensiero is the second anthem of Italy, and Jerusalem in the song represents something different. Jerusalem represents a place that you aspire to be at. It doesn't have to be the physical Jerusalem. It can be the Jerusalem that we wish to have as healthy people and to be done with all of this. It can represent Hawaii for someone. It's that special place that you'll feel that all of your worries will be gone and that you're longing to be there. I want to read for you just a small part from Va Pensiero. Oh, may the Lord inspire you a harmony of voices which may instill virtue to suffering. Oh, my country, so beautiful and lost. Oh, remembrance, so dear and so fatal. It's a beautiful piece, and you'll be able to hear the Hebrew slaves, but you'll also be able to hear the water. It's a beautiful piece of music. So imagine yourself in Babylon, sitting by the river, Va Pensiero by Verdi from Nabucco. Klezmer. Everyone in Italy, we love you. Anyone in quarantine, we love you. Anyone, we love you. I hope we are doing our job here, trying to make you happy. Okay, our next stop. Where are we going next? Let's see. Okay, we're going to Germany.
Woohoo!
I mean, you are more excited about Florence. I know, it's fine. We're going to Cologne. Cologne, this is the biggest synagogue in Germany. And this synagogue in Cologne was recently also reconstructed, and they put together all, because obviously during Second World War it was heavily damaged, but they did such an amazing work on the synagogue, and it's quite incredible. And I thought, okay, what music I'm going to bring for this? So I'm a cellist, if you didn't know. It's a hard one. I feel like in an AA meeting now. Like, I'm a cellist. I'm not an alcoholic. Mom, I'm fine. My mom is watching. Where's my shout out for my mom? I'm still waiting for it. No words from the Cabellos?
I have not seen any Cabellos.
It's my dad. He's too shy. Okay, back to the show. So I thought which piece I want to bring, and of course I thought about Kol Nidre. Kol Nidre was written by Max Bruch. Max Bruch, if you didn't know, the famous Kol Nidre that you hear at the synagogue on Yom Kippur, Max Bruch was not Jewish. Sorry to break it for you. His full name is Max Christian Bruch, which kind of ruins the Jewish idea. And we don't know exactly how he picked up this piece. But what we do know, that he's been to this synagogue in Cologne. So clearly he heard somewhere this piece that inspired him so much to go with this beautiful piece that became a standard piece for cellists. It's a very important piece, and it kind of opened new repertoire for cellists. So you all know Kol Nidre, I hope. I thought I'll play for you a piece that was inspired by Kol Nidre. A piece that really belongs to this synagogue and to the Jewish community in Central Europe and West Europe. A piece by the composer, the Swiss composer, who is Jewish, Ernst Bloch. Bloch, close enough. And Ernst Bloch was writing a lot of music for cellos, especially because cello truly embodies the human voice. And he wrote lots of Jewish music, but it wasn't based on existing music. He wrote his own music. So the next piece that we have for you by Bloch is called Prayer. And it truly sounds like a prayer that you'll be able to hear over there in the synagogue. So I hope you take this moment and make your own prayer with the piece Prayer by Bloch.
that was beautiful.
Thank you. So the job that the cellist needs to do in this piece is you need to be a cantor. And a cantor is not just a guy that sings. It's someone that prays for an entire community. You're not just doing it for yourself, so you have lots of responsibility there. And the beautiful thing about this music is that he really captures this. There's lots of pain in this music. It's like you're suffering for people. It's not just suffering for yourself. And it's so well written also. It sounds like this is the music from there. Fun fact, or interesting fact, Bloch moved to New York. He actually taught in the school where me and Abigail went to. Annenbaum, right. That's how I know you. Okay. To Mannes College of Music. He was a teacher there. So this is always something incredible about New York. And this is also when we started playing Klezmer music together. That was also at Mannes College of Music. We are moving to an American synagogue. Woohoo!
Woo!
Drum roll. Oh, actually, yes, we have drum roll. Are you ready for this? Okay, we are taking you now to Rhode Island, to our synagogue. You know this synagogue, right?
Yes, I think it is the oldest synagogue in North
2 points for
America.
Gryffindor.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Yes, Abigail just visited there. I'm dying to go there. So this entire project of synagogues around the world started 6 years ago at Yeshiva University Museum. Yeshiva University has a museum. It's in Chelsea, the Center for Jewish History. And they brought models of 10 synagogues from around the world. And we did a series of concerts in the gallery next to the synagogues, so you can go and have a look inside them. And we kept playing it since because it was so special. And we learned also so much about so many different synagogues. So this synagogue, as you said, the oldest synagogue in the US. In Rhode Island also, like you think like, okay, we need to learn more about the Jewish community of Rhode Island. And it's also a Sephardic synagogue, which also makes you like, I thought Jewish Americans are all like Ashkenazi. Nope. And the Sephardic heritage here in the US also is really big. And we know also there are so many different Jewish communities, but to understand that this is the oldest synagogue, it gives you also another piece of history. So this is the time for another Ladino piece. We started with Ladino piece. We're getting close to the end. Inbar is like, Ladino, my last name is Goldman. It's like... we're going to... Actually, Inbar and Abigail are going to sing for you the most famous Ladino song. It's called Adio Querida. Yeah, you can get close to her. I mean, not that close. Distancing. Good. Adio Querida is, I think, the most famous Ladino song. It's a very important song. And also, you'll recognize the melody if you don't know the song. And it says, goodbye, my beloved. Like, it's a ballad. It's goodbye, my beloved. Like, okay, have a great day. But it's not that. So this song, I want to read for you, actually, a little part from the song. When your mother delivered you and brought you to the world, she did not give you a heart to love with. You see where this is going. Goodbye, goodbye, beloved. I don't want to live. You made my life miserable. And this is let's talk. So I'm coming from a Ladino family. My grandma sang this song. Ladino songs are also very feminist. They are women-centered. Also, some people will call it songs that came from the kitchen. And boy, my grandma could cook, like the best food ever. But those songs are very strong, and also the Sephardic heritage has something of more of dealing with things, just like with the Dona Selichot. I'm dealing with things. It's going to be hard. Unlike Ashkenazi, let's say, that is like you won't talk to a person for years and tell that person that you're upset with him. No, I'm going to tell you in your face. In bar, that note was... No, I'm kidding. Every note that you sang was great. But it's really about that. I'm talking about this. I'm dealing with this. I'm going to tell you in your face, you've ruined my life. I don't want to see you going. And there's something beautiful about it. But at the same time, the music is so beautiful. It's like killing me softly. I'm telling you, in the most beautiful way, I don't want to see you ever again. Go away. And that has so much more power. Sorry, I love Ashkenazi people. My mom is Ashkenazi. My dad is Sephardic. I'm like making sure that I'm not getting in trouble. And we didn't even get to the Yemenite in the room. So, so this is Adio Querida.
Tu madre quando deparió, y te quitó el mundo, corazón ella no te dio, para amor segundo, corazón ella no te dio, para amor segundo. Addio, addio querida, no quiero la vida, me la amargatis tú. Addio, addio querida, no quiero la vida, me la amargatis tú. Va puja y otro amor, abra otras puertas, espera otras ardor, que para mí son muertas. Espera otras ardor, que para mí son muertas. Addio, addio querida, no quiero la vida, me la amargatis tú. Addio, addio querida, no quiero la vida, me la amargatis tú.
Bar Goldman and Abigail Malachi. So this synagogue is also very special. There's something very important historically about this synagogue. And that is because in you knew that one. In 1790, I don't know why that happened. Oh, maybe I need to go back. No, okay. In 1790, there was a special visitor in the synagogue. His name was George Washington. That's kind of an important information about the synagogue. So George Washington was visiting in Rhode Island, and he visited in the synagogue, and it was just after the ratification of Rhode Island. And he left a letter in the synagogue attesting the separation of church and state. And by that saying, you're allowed to practice Judaism, you're allowed to practice your own religion, we will be out of your way. You're welcome here. You're part of America. And this letter is a very important moment for this nation. It's a very important moment for this experiment called America, of the different states and us getting along most of the time. And also for Jewish community, our thriving, wonderful, big, impressive, diverse Jewish community in many ways is thanks to that letter that George Washington left over there. So I tried to find a piece, we tried, this is a grouped effort. We tried to find a piece that will represent this. And the next piece that we're going to sing for you is Simple Gifts. So Simple Gifts, that I'm sure you know, Simple Gifts is a shaker song. So supposedly it's a Christian song, right? It has nothing to do with Judaism. But the great composer Aaron Copland, who lived in Brooklyn, so he's almost Bernie. He's Jewish from Brooklyn, but he was also gay. So all these interesting things about him. He's one of the national composers of America. This guy from Brooklyn, this Jewish guy also from Brooklyn. He took several folk songs, American folk songs, and he made them different a little bit. He changed them a little bit. He added to the melody that you know, he added some notes that when you hear them, you think about American music. For instance, when you hear the music of The West Wing, you remember that show? Ta-da-dee-da-da, ta-da-dee-da-da. It sounds American. It's because the music, there are several intervals that now we associate musically as American. And that's because of Aaron Copland. So Aaron Copland, the Jewish guy from Brooklyn, is taking the Shaker song and he's making it into an American song. A song that everyone can sing. A song that belongs to everyone. So this is our gift to Copland and to the Touro Synagogue. We love you guys in Touro Synagogue.
Tis the gift to be simple, tis the gift to be free, tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be the valley of love and delight. Where true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come around right. Tis the gift to be simple, tis the gift to be free, tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be the valley of love and delight.
So I gave it away 300 times. That the next stop is right here. So welcome to upstairs. We're just underneath this beautiful synagogue. We're at Central Synagogue. It's quite central in Manhattan. Now I get the name, finally, it hit me. I love that you laugh even from the stupid jokes. I appreciate it. So as you can see, it's a beautiful synagogue. It's 180 years old right now. They really know how to throw a party here in Central Synagogue. I'm doing great promotion here to Central. They had a concert in Carnegie Hall that was sold out so quickly that they had another concert the same day. How was that party?
It was amazing. We spent the evening reviewing our history as a congregation, moving from the Lower East Side where we started up to this piece of property, which at that point was not so fancy. It was in an area of New York that was not at all built up, and taking us through to today, and it was wonderful.
Yes, and this beautiful synagogue is modeled after the synagogue in Budapest. And those towers, that's also the logo of Central Synagogue. It's exactly those beautiful, beautiful towers. And it truly stands out also. I remember the first time that a few years into my moving to New York, first time I stumbled upon Central, and it's in the middle of Lexington, and you walk next to all these buildings, all of a sudden you're like, It's such a beautiful synagogue, and it's such a thriving community, and you guys are doing a great job here. And okay, I thought, okay, what music should I do for Central? I don't want to disappoint them. This is an addition that we did for today. And I thought about the Jewish community here, and you remember how the Klezmer musicians back in East Europe, they were so poor and everything. Here at the Big Apple, the Klezmer musicians were the big shots. They were so famous. They had amazing careers. The parties in the Borscht Belt were insane. And also Yiddish humor was really thriving here. So we have a song, a Yiddish/Klezmer song for you that is so Jewish and so Jewish American. It's called What Can You Machsis America? Which means, what can you do? This is America. And it's the most Jewish song I know because it's a complaint song. That's like what we love doing, let's face it. Look at Iran, he's already like, okay, when are we done? When are we done? So throughout the song, we're going to do it actually instrumental because we want to bring this this joy of song, of complaining, because you know, oh my God, just sound like Larry David. And Larry David actually represents it really well. That's like the most Jewish you can be. So it's a complaint song, and all the time in the song you're going to hear that, ugh, because you know, things in Europe are so much easier right now. Or back then, things in Europe were much easier. So I'm going to read from you just one line from the song. In Europe, you meet a nice girl and you get married and then you have children. In America, it's different. Children come first, marriage comes later. You see this? They are not laughing that hard. Give me. Yes, exactly. But this is what's so beautiful about the community right here and the history. If you're watching Mrs. Maisel, it's exactly that. It's that humor that no matter what, even if the world is burning, here it's not good. There's something about it, and there's something so fun about this song. So this is What Can You Machsis America? Thank you, Central. Thank you for having us so much. A huge shout out to Lauren Dickel, who manages programs and the adult programs right here at Central. Lauren was supposed to be here, but this morning she had a little cold and she decided that she doesn't want to kill us. I'm sure, Lauren, you're fine. Don't freak out. And thank you so much, Lauren, and everyone here at Central for everything.
Yes, I was going to say big shout out to Lauren and to Elad and all of our musicians who, when we realized that we could not hold our lunch and learn with all of you here, graciously reworked everything so that we could still join you. Also, just want to give a shout out to all of the artists, musicians, actors, everyone this week.
Yes.
Because so many folks who are used to making their living by performing live can't do that right now. So if you have the chance to support an artist, someone doing something creative, please do. They are they're feeding our hearts and our souls, and they're giving us much needed medicine. So let's try to support them as they are supporting us.
And I would add to this also, there is an amazing initiative on Facebook, Artists Relief Fund. It's called the Artistry, I think. You can look it up. It's a big project. You can see it. They already got to, I think, $150,000. So they're a great way to support. And also, Music Talks is a non-for-profit organization, and we have 100 artists that we had to cancel lots of concerts. I was very excited to tell these guys our concert is not canceled, and I'm very happy. They are not volunteering also. I mean, we will volunteer, but I'm very proud that we are also paying the artists. But you can go to the Music Talks website, music-talks.com/donate, and you can make a tax-deductible donation specifically for our artists. You can choose an artist, and it will go directly to our artists. I feel horrible sending emails about every concert that we cancel. We really hope that by May we'll have our concerts, because we have Yom HaAtzmaut concert and we have Tikkun, and we're going to stream a bunch of concerts now from artists' homes. So different Music Talks artists are going to do little things, and you'd be able to see them. Please, we need this. And also, we need just to hear you guys. We need to play for someone. I've been practicing this week like crazy. It's nice, but I prefer working. But thank you so much for being with us. But we're not done, because we have a Yemenite in the room, and if we won't do something Yemenite, it will end badly, you know? I love you. I really do. Avigal is one of my best friends, and she inspired me to learn so much about music. The funny thing is that the Yemeni Jew here is playing the Klezmer, and she's teaching me about Klezmer music. My grandfather is from Vienna. Everything is so complicated when you start exploring heritage. But now we have for you a synagogue from Yemen. So Yemen. In Yemen, things were a little bit different than Morocco. And again, I'm saying things, I'm going to be close to Avigal because she'll make a face the moment I say something stupid. In Yemen, you would have to hide your Jewish identity. So synagogues were not visible. Synagogues were just rooms that's where you held the Torah and you had a minyan. But, and we have an example for that, for instance. So we don't have these amazing synagogues, but we have an amazing community that's one of the oldest communities that survived after the first temple. They never made it back to the second temple. And you would speak Hebrew only in the synagogue, because outside you'd have to speak Arabic. So far, so good? True. Wait, yes. Yes, Slytherin just earned 2 points. So the next song that we have for you is a Hanukkah Yemenite song that Avigail graciously is going to sing for us. Now, Hanukkah song is sung in Arabic and not in Hebrew. Why? Because Hanukkah, again looking at you, Hanukkah is a different type of holiday for Yemenite Jews because they weren't there. It was after First Temple. They weren't there to witness, so they are not sure about this. This is like, it's not first-rate holiday. How would you say it?
Yes. Well, the fact that they did not get to experience that holiday made it I think, less significant. The way they found out about this holiday is because messengers came from Israel, messengers that traveled the world to tell the Jewish communities everywhere what happened in Jerusalem. And so for them, it was basically a mouth to ear. So when when you don't get to be there or be present when things happen, it's not as close to you. So the adults in the community, they did mention that in their prayers, of course, but it was not like a big celebration. Like, we grew up in Israel, and for us, Hanukkah was like a big deal.
Wait, so you're saying no Hanukkah bush?
No. So, but the kids did get to experience. So they would have I think there are 2 or 3 songs that the kids in the community, when they go have play dates, when they play with one another, they would sing that to each other or sing together. And they're actually very rare recordings that did when the Yemenite Jewish people came to Israel, when Israel was established, of course, recording of kids, only kids singing these songs, and it's quite remarkable. I love listening to it.
So this is our play date, you guys, and Avigail is going to sing for us now that beautiful song with Iran.
الشراب والمنطلي والسنين
Inbar Goldman in the 10 languages. My name is Elad Capilio. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for keeping us busy. That was really, really nice. Any questions, shout outs, something, messages? Mom needs me to show her that I made chicken soup or something? Shout outs to our
Just
musicians.
a lot of gratitude from folks who got to hear songs that their mothers sang when they were growing up. A big shout out for the Yemenite finish. We have people enjoying those songs, so thank you so much.
So thank you all so much. And I would like to invite all the 4 people that we have here. We thought that we want to sing something together to finish this. So we thought about We Shall Overcome. I came prepared with text even,
All right.
see? So you can sing with us. Thank you so much for being with us. And we shall overcome. Come on, come. We are all like stressed about singing this song because besides Inbar, no one is a singer here. And Inbar knows this song the best. So let's hear the chords, so we will sing in tune because that's a thing.
All right.
Okay. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday.
I know you're singing, Ed.
We shall overcome. We mean well. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart.
I think we're going to give this one up and just give a shout out to everyone. Thank you so much.
I tried.
We would be pleased to send a complimentary DVD of this program to anyone who wishes to support JBS with a tax-deductible gift of $36, double chai or more. Simply visit the JBS website at jbstv.org and click on the Donate button to make a donation by PayPal or your credit card. And please, indicate the program for which you would like a DVD. Or you can send your tax-deductible check to JBS, P.O. Box 180, Riverdale Station, Bronx, New York, 10471. And again, please remember to indicate which program you would like to receive with our compliments. And we thank you for your kind support.